What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How are we doing today? I forgot I left up the wrong scene, so it's my fault. You were looking at this thing the whole time. You know, I um I forgot to switch over the scenes before I ended up doing this. How we all doing today? We doing okay? I hope we're all doing all right. Um, so it is Fallout Sunday. All right, we took a break last week. We did Flash Game Sunday last week. When Halloween comes around, I'm planning on doing more Flash games. It's going to be scary themed Flash games because it's spooky. Um, in addition to that, I'm thinking about Christmas too. We could do like Christmas or winter themed Flash games and shit like that. Just, excuse me, jeez, something to break up the monotony. All right. Fallout's fun, obviously, right? But too much of one thing can get boring, it can get stale. All right, you don't have as much fun with it and things like that. And because of that, I figured I'd kind of switch it up a little bit. Today we are going to be going back to Fallout, though. Fallout New Vegas, of course. Um, and before anybody asks, yes, I did watch the fights last night, and that was really good. The White Man, I can report that the White Man is back. The White Man is indeed back. All right, because last night Sean Strickland beat Israel Adesanya, and look, like I don't hate Izzy. I actually like Izzy as a fighter for the most part, even though he has gotten boring over the last however many years. I appreciate his style because he really is kind of a technician when it comes down to it. It's just that as time went on, yeah, I got a haircut, monster, big. Um, but yeah, like Izzy got boring after a while, right? And it's because he is very one-dimensional in the way that he is a technician, right? I'm gonna explain something to you that if you watch it, like I'm not the first guy to notice this. I'm not trying to act like, oh yeah, I had Izzy figured out from the get-go, dude. The first video I ever saw on Israel Adesanya was a video made by Lawrence Kenshin, who is a legend of the game when it comes to YouTube, um, technique breakdowns. You should really watch Lawrence Kenshin. He makes really good videos. Not that he needs my help or anything like that, right? But Izzy is a jabber, right? Everything that he does comes from his jab. And it really isn't even necessarily that he's constantly trying to stick you with his jab or anything. What it really is that he's constantly throwing something in your face and seeing how you're going to react to it. And depending on your reaction is how he's going to plan his game, right? Um, and it's interesting to me, right? It's interesting, but it's one dimensional, right? Everything revolves around that jab that he throws, and because of this, people started kind of figuring him out slowly but surely. This is what happened with the Yoel Romero fight, right? He just kind of realized, like, wait a second, like Izzy just makes people make mistakes. So what if I don't make mistakes? What if instead of actually trying to what if instead of fighting him his way, I make him come to me? And that's what ended up leading to that extreme, that like legendarily boring Yoel Romero Israel Adesanya fight. I watched that live with some friends of mine that I was training with at the time. Fucking, we were just sitting there watching it on the couch, like a few beers deep each. Like, what the fuck is this? What is going on here? Especially because it was the same night as the Zhang Wei Li, Joanna Jędrzejczyk. I think, yeah, that's how you say her last name. It was the same night as that fight, and they were the co-main event. So you had the co-main event that was an absolute banger, a rare, legendary fight for women's MMA, right? Women's MMA is typically not that good. Just how it is, right? Not only did you have that, but then after that, we had to deal with Izzy and Yoel, right? Just like absolutely making it like awful, you know. That's what led to that, though, is that slowly but surely people started figuring out what the deal with this Israel Adesanya guy is, and when people started really looking at him, they noticed that while he is extremely talented, he is a technician. And he is really hard to deal with. He's really only that way if you end up playing into his game plan, right? Now, Sean Strickland did kind of the inverse of what everybody else was doing for years, which if Yoel refused to move forward on him, right, trying to get Izzy to move forward into him, which Izzy didn't do, right? Sean was just like, nah, I'm just gonna walk forward, right? And the thing is, Sean was able to keep a distance. And I don't know that much about Sean Strickland's fighting style. That was the first fight of his that I watched, like, start to finish. I'll be honest with you. I'm not trying to act like I'm the expert on Sean Strickland here, right? But what he did last night, and I would assume this is just kind of what he does in all of his fights, he just kept marching forward and putting Izzy in a weird spot where while Sean was close, right, he was too close for comfort. And that's why you saw Izzy backing up against the cage. That's why you saw him kind of trying to like run away and things like that. One of the things that I like to see from Sean specifically was when they would get close enough to the cage, you would see Sean using his teep, right? He would use the front kicks to the stomach to knock Izzy back against the cage, right? Basically, Sean was utilizing pressure in a way that did not allow Izzy to get started, right? Because when it comes down to it, these Taekwondo fighters, these guys who like, they're very long, flowy, fancy technicians and things like that. They need the time to get started. They need time to feel you out, to get your timing, to get their range and other things like that. And Sean was not allowing that to happen. What this is also going to be the downfall of is Sean O'Malley, right? Whoever does this to Sean O'Malley is going to end up beating Sean O'Malley, right? That's what Chris Mutino did, right? And Chris Mutino gave Sean O'Malley inarguably the toughest fight of his career, right? Now, Chris Mutino was getting beat up, don't get me wrong, but considering what we've seen Sean O'Malley do to other dudes, and I don't even think he sat Chris Mutino down once, right? Considering what we've seen Sean O'Malley do and what he could not do to Chris Mutino, there's going to be some guy who's really fucking tough who just marches forward and makes it really uncomfortable for Sean. And he's not going to be able to get comfortable. He's not going to be able to get his rhythm and things like that. And because of that, if it doesn't end in some kind of knockout, it's going to end in a very lopsided decision where everybody's going to be like, oh, dude, Sean looked off. It's not that Sean was off, right? Or when that happens, it's not that Sean is going to be having an off night. It's not that Izzy had an off night. Like, that's something I hear from Dana. Apparently he said Izzy looked flat in there or something like that. That's taking credit away from Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland made Izzy look that way because he did so well at, he did so well utilizing his range, right? Izzy doesn't deserve, Izzy does not deserve I'll say this, right? I'm basically rehashing things I said on Twitter, right? But Izzy does not deserve an immediate rematch. He most certainly does not. He should not get that rematch. He should have to build his way up. He should have to fight his way back up. Of course, you have Izzy dick suckers and things like that who are like, no, he should totally get it. And they're pointing to the one KO that he has over what's his face, Pereira, right? As though that actually means anything when it's 3 Pereira, 1 Izzy now. They're trying to point to that. They're trying to say, oh, but he got the immediate rematch right away. It's like, first off, I don't even think he deserved it against Pereira. I don't think Izzy deserved an immediate rematch against Alex Pereira, right? Pereira was just nice enough to be like, yeah, sure, why not, right? But if he didn't deserve it against Pereira, he definitely doesn't deserve it against Sean Strickland when he ended up complete fluke knocking out Pereira to get the belt back, and then he couldn't defend the belt, right? Fucking, he needs to fight his way back up. Some people are saying he could fight the winner of Duplessis and Hamzat. All right, whatever, I guess, right? I don't even know if he necessarily should have one fight before he gets another title shot, though. I'll be honest with you. The way he's been fighting for years if I'm being honest with you, I don't think he deserves to be handed title shots and things like that. He's been extremely boring. It's hilarious the way that people dick ride him. It's hilarious the way that people think that Anderson Silva passed the torch to him. It's like, wow, you outpointed a dude who was, what, in his late 30s at the time, I believe. He was on his way out of the UFC in the first place after he had a major catastrophic leg injury. Literally, his leg broke in half and it was hanging. Congratulations, Izzy. You couldn't KO him. You couldn't KO him. No, you couldn't do that. But you outpointed him, and then you went on and you started outpointing everybody all the time. Congratulations. That's not the same as what Anderson Silva did. When people think of Anderson Silva, they don't think of the times where he won on points. They think of the times where he won via knockout, specifically like shoot, was it Machida he KO'd? There was somebody he KO'd with a front kick. I think Machida KO'd somebody with a similar front kick is the thing. That's why I'm thinking Machida. Like the front kick KO. The time where he actually got disqualified for this, but he ended up kicking somebody and it knocked them out. That was actually an illegal blow, and he that went down on his record as a loss. But like that still makes it into the highlight reel as a crazy knockout that's under his belt. How many crazy knockouts do you think Israel Adesanya is going to be remembered for? I don't know. Probably not many. I'll be honest with you. I don't even. In fact, you know what? Why don't we look this up right now? Since we're talking Turkey, right? Since we're talking Turkey, oh, here you go, babe. Forgot to give something to my wife. Jeez, look at that. Oh man. Oh, hold up. We'll do this on the thing. One sec. Sorry, one moment. Don't worry, we are gonna get to the fallout in a second. It's just there was some interesting stuff that ended up occurring. So, and as you can see, it's gonna be $5 kill NPC today. Oh yeah, damn. I was completely unprepared for today. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I'm not some pro streamer or anything like that. And then, yeah, look at this. Look at this picture. That is like a crazy picture they gave him. That looks like a excuse me. That looks like a I don't know. That looks like a mugshot is what I was thinking. Israel Mobolaji Timoteo Odunayo Oluwafemi Owolabi Adesanya. That is fucking crazy. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead, right? Professional boxing, interesting. Huh. All right. Anyway, all right. Where's this fucking? Here it is. All right. So, we'll go ahead. We'll look at the. Wait a second. Mixed martial arts record. I didn't know Wulin Feng did MMA. I didn't know they did that. That's interesting. All right, TKO, knees and punches. All right, so there's one. Derek Brunson, TKO, knees and punches. All right. Robert Whittaker, KO, punches. Paulo Costa, TKO, punches. Alex Pereira, TKO, punches. Okay, so there's 5 knockouts. That's respectable. But again, look, decision. Not really a great decision. I'm going to be honest with you. I know it was the Anderson Silva fight. I wasn't watching that, like, nerding out. Right? I wasn't watching the Anderson Silva fight nerding out or anything like that. I was just like, all right, this is cool, I guess, right? Kelvin Gastelum, I don't even think I watched that. I think I might have watched the Robert Whittaker one. Like I said, Yoel Romero, boring as shit. Paulo Costa, I didn't watch that one. Marvin Vittori, I watched that one. Boring. Robert Whittaker, kind of boring. I don't think it was as boring. Cannonier, don't think I watched that one. Pereira, watched it. Pereira watched it. They haven't updated his record yet. That's kind of funny. That's kind of interesting. Usually they're right on that right away. That's really how it is. They're usually right on that immediately. But again, like, let's look up Anderson Silva. All right, where's his MMA record? Jeez. End of a career. All right. So, Pride. All right, UFC. KO, knee. KO, knee. Fucking TKO. 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 Submission. KO. TKO. Decision. Okay. KO. Decision. Submission. KO. TKO. 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 He fought. Oh, this is just 2012 as well. 13. KO. Oh, this is kind of when he started to lose it a little bit, right? Loss. Okay, no contest overturned. I believe he ended up, yeah. Originally a unanimous decision win for Silva, overturned after he tested positive. Okay. His last win was a decision against Derek Brunson. But, like, look at all these KOs and TKOs, right? And that's just going to the UFC. There's plenty of other situations like fucking Pride 21, TKO. Fucking flying knee and punches, Pride 25, KO. TKO, corner stoppage, all right? This is my point. You see someone like Israel Adesanya, he's basically like a point karate fighter at the end of it all, right? He's got a couple of KO wins. All right, cool, great, that's fantastic. He is nowhere near what Anderson Silva was. He is not even top 10 fucking pound for pound, right? People are going to try and put him somewhere in the top 10 pound for pound all time, right? You want to try and sneak him in there now, all right, fine, I guess, I get it, fine, it's cool. But all time, nah, he's not even close to the top 10 pound for pound. I wouldn't even put Israel Adesanya in the top 25 pound for pound, if I'm being honest with you. What it comes down to is that Izzy has a fervent fan base, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with. This is me editing the thing for today. Yes, here. Okay. As I was saying, Izzy has a fervent fan base, which there's absolutely positively nothing wrong with, but that fan base is a bunch of, like, weirdos who they don't have anything going for themselves, so because of that, they form a parasocial relationship with some guy who claims to be Nigerian just because he was born there, but he really has lived in China, and he's lived abroad for longer than he's lived in Nigeria, right? So it's like that's like, he's Nigerian, don't get me wrong. He's a Nigerian citizen. He was born there, right? But at this point, he spent more time outside of Nigeria than in. He learned his fighting skills outside of Nigeria. And in fact, you know what? I'll go ahead. I'll show you guys something, right? I'll show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys what Izzy would be doing if I'm gonna show you guys what Izzy would be doing if he never left Nigeria, right? Hold up. We're gonna get to the New Vegas after this. Strickland did that match perfectly game plan wise. Yeah, he did. Damn. I gotta figure some of this shit out to make it a little bit more whatever it's called, organized, you know. But this is the way that Izzy would be fighting if he stayed in Nigeria. Okay, we'll try and yeah, I watched this yesterday, but look at that. All right, whatever. We'll go with this one. Hopefully it is okay, right? This is literally like if Izzy learned to fight in Nigeria, this is the way that he would be fighting. I guarantee you, right? Don't worry, it's coming. The action's coming. It's gonna come. Fighting in jeans. This is what I'm talking about. That's how Izzy would be fighting if he spent time in Nigeria, right? They don't have MMA gyms there in the way that they do in like New Zealand, right? Or even China at this point. Um, fucking this is what they have. A lot of African martial arts are this, where it's like, yeah, we're just gonna put rope on our hands and try and beat the shit out of each other. That's just it. We're just gonna do that, you know. A lot of African martial arts are just fucking weird at best, right? And this is what Izzy would be fighting like if he didn't go to fucking New Zealand and then China later on in his life. And it would be some of the worst shit that you have ever seen, and no one would know who he is because nobody is interested in dudes that just throw like that. Nobody cares, you know. Um, it's just crazy, you know. But like what I'm saying is, Izzy has a very fervent fan base that really they're just kind of racial supremacists at the end of the day. They just don't like white people, and it's their way of being like, haha, guy who the guy who spent more time in New Zealand than Nigeria had the belt, so that means black power. You know, that's really what it was. You know, the difference between me and them is that fucking for one thing, Sean Strickland's cool, but I'm not dick riding him, right? I like him, but I don't know that much about him. And if I'm sitting here putting what the white man is back, right? That's a joke. They actually sit there on Twitter all day talking that shit, and it's just really weird. But anyway, fucking let's get the Fallout going. Even their wrestling is just gay sand hugging. Yeah, like it I plan on making a video about African martial arts at some point, right? I plan on reacting to African martial arts. That's one of them. There was another one that I found yesterday that is fucking insane. It is crazy. There's Tire Machete, which is literally just some Haitian dudes who are trying to romanticize the genocide of white people. That's like literally what it is, because that's what the Haitian Revolution was. It was a white genocide. The like no politics, no nothing. They don't even try to hide it or like sanitize it or anything like that. They're proud of the fact that they killed women and children during the Haitian Revolution. Fucking they literally killed everybody regardless of whether or not they were a slave owner, a slave master, an overseer, military or not, you know. And one of the weapons they would use is a machete, right? And you have National Geographic that came out with something like 6 or 7, maybe even more years ago, where like there's some drunk Haitian dude living in the countryside and he swings a fucking machete around randomly, you know, and they're like, this is a martial art. This is a Haitian martial art. And it's like, no, this guy wants to relive glory days he wasn't alive for. And his idea of doing that is fucking grabbing a machete and tricking Nat Geo into coming out and following him around for a little while. That's what it is at the end of the day. Anyway, un momento, por favor. I'm just getting some stuff together. I also just remembered I have to I was using the $10 one as a bit of a whatever it's called. Oh, nope. Shout out to Jehovah. There we go. Okay. So, it's going to be $5 to kill an NPC, $15 to kill a targeted NPC. Let's get going. It's been almost a half hour. So, Scott, did you go to Sam's stand-up last night? No, I wish I could have, but, dude, what the hell? I gotta sign in. You fucking kidding me, dude. I hope I remember my shit. What? Dude. Why is Steam making me sign in again? That's ridiculous. Sorry, it'll be a second because Steam is being fucking stupid. Alright. $100 to kill a random white belt at your gym. Dude, I'll do that for free. But yeah, unfortunately, I could not make it to the whatever it's called the other day. Dude, I'm sorry, guys. I'm like so disorganized today, and it's just because of the way the weekend went. My bad on that. But sorry, one sec. But yeah, I couldn't go to Sam's stand-up last night. For one thing, the roads were kind of like dog shit. But for another thing, I had some stuff that I had to take care of. So, here I am now. There we go. Okay. Whatever, we'll call that there. You know that? Alright. There we go. We're kind of, sort of better off. Is Beagle alive? Nah, I killed... No. I was thinking of a different playthrough. Yeah, Deputy Beagle's alive. I will probably end up seeing Sam soon though, which is cool. Put pronouns too. What, pronouns on my thing? Oh yeah, where am I? I believe I'm trying to do the Crimson Caravan. Negotiate with Casty Caravans for the Crimson Caravan Company. Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and say no to that. Yeah, we're going to say no to that for now because I remember I needed a speech check to be able to do it, and I don't have that speech yet. So what I need to do is I need to upgrade, right? Or not upgrade, I need to level up. Oh, I have Rex. Oh yeah, I already completed the King's quest line. All right, why don't we hit the strip? I don't know if I'm gonna go to excuse me. I don't know if I'm going to oh geez, what am I doing, dude? I forgot. I haven't actually all right, whatever. As I was saying, I don't know if I'm actually gonna confront Benny today. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Really depends. But Oh yeah, Pixelante. I saw you were there yesterday. How was it? Was it good? I'm trying to track down footage if I can find it. But yeah, hopefully I'm gonna be able to get down there for something that's gonna be going on soon.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people.
Only at Mick and Ralph's. The Kings. That's one of the things about the strip that I do kind of hate is the amount of running you have to do. Oh yeah, do I have 1,000 caps? I should. Oh yeah, I got plenty of caps. I am A-okay. It was awesome. I have some need to send it to him. That's cool. I hope they edit it together and I hope they release it in some form. That'd be really cool. Sam was asking people to send him the oh yeah. Oh, all right. Here's old Ben the gigolo.
Southgate greeter without talking to it first. Those bots are programmed to vaporize anyone who enters the fenced-in area without authorization from the greeter.
Thanks for the free advice. Who are you?
The name's Old Ben. I've been living in Freeside since the day I was born.
What's your story? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna talk with a transatlantic.
Courier, butcher, crier, escort, gun for hire. Some of which I'm not proud of, but I do my best to help around town when needed. Well, I suppose you could look at it that way, but I was packing a whole different kind of heat.
Hey.
No, escort just sounds better than man whore. Yep.
I like
I was
this
damn good at
fucking.
my job too.
It's
After a
like
while, I felt like
it's
everything
like
I did
autistic
had to quit.
questioning. I like this because like that's something where like if somebody is like ashamed of it, they're not gonna want you asking more questions. So I just like sitting there thinking I'm like, oh, you were an escort. What, like you help people like stay safe in the strip? No, more like I was a man whore. Oh, so you pay people pay you for sex? Like I love that I love that little like autistic line of questioning. All right, shut up, Ben.
Later.
Trying to fucking hit on me.
Submit to a credit check or present your passport before proceeding to the gate. Trespassers will be shot.
I love the game. Once you get to the strip, tons of good quests there. Oh yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm going there, because I'm like, all right, you know, I know that if I'm gonna complete the Crimson Caravan quest line, I'm gonna have to level up quick. So I want to get as many quests here as I can to level up quick. Oh, it was 2,000 caps. I thought it was 1,000. I got the $2 grand anyway, but you know. Oh.
Exterminate.
I don't know if I should shoot him or not. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't think this guy has shit on him. Yeah, nah, nothing. Exterminate. Did he get maxed out on luck so you can hit jackpots on slots? Slots?
Welcome to New.
Shut up, Victor. I have not spoken to you willingly once in this entire game. I have avoided you because those eyes are the eyes of someone who's gonna stick a finger in my butt. You're gonna stick that thing in my ass, Victor, when I'm turned around? You're gonna be like, well, howdy, partner. I seem to have dropped my pencil. Could you bend over and grab it for me? I can't really bend over myself with my robotic frame. And then that's how he's gonna fucking get me. And he's gonna set that thing to puree, and it's gonna go right up there. Fucking, I do believe I maxed out on luck. I will say, no quicker way to level up in life. To gambling. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a little bit of gambling and just see what I can do.
Oh, shucks, partner. I suppose it can't hurt to let you in on my little secret.
What?
Old Victor wouldn't be much use stuck inside just one Securitron. Now, I can move from one to another with the snap of a finger. Pretty nice trick, ain't it? Just don't ask me how I do it, because I don't know. Well, sure you are, Rambler. I know you're fixing to serve up some vengeance, but I'm gonna have to point you to the Lucky 38 first. Mr. House, the head honcho of New Vegas, is itching to make your acquaintance.
Oh yeah, I'm doing a house run.
That cold dish of yours, extra chili.
Alright.
Yeah, partner. That's the spirit. He'll be waiting for you.
Starting out in the casino near the beginning of the strip. You mean the Gomorrah? Alright. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna do some gambling.
Hey there, friend.
Oh yeah, this
Bit of
fucking guy.
advice. You look like you could use some protection.
Huh. You know, he looks kind of familiar. I don't know why.
My stock and trade,
Can't quite put my finger
all
on it though.
kinds of easy to hide weapons for slipping into and out of casinos. They won't give you a second glance. Suit yourself. It's not my fault if they find your body dumped in Freeside.
Do I have holdout weapons? I'm just curious. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I can hold out the 9mm. Unless that's skill dependent, in which case, I don't know. I don't think I'm a sneaky boy. Nah, I ain't. Fuck. I couldn't sneak past a blind, deaf, dumb man. Oh yeah, special. Oh yeah, I'm maxed out on luck. Let's get these fucking. Let's get this fucking money, dude. Hell yeah.
Hey, no one but
Hey, fuck you.
You'll get these back on.
Alright. Oh. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay. Alright. Alright, there we go. This skive of hum and villain. This hive of scum and villainy will not stand. I am gonna reload after this, though. I just didn't like how he spoke to me.
Clip your sorry ass. I'm hit.
That was very calm. I'm hit. Yes. There you go. Where is everybody? This is, yes. I want to be careful not to enter into a new area.
You dirty coward.
Got him.
That's some shit right there.
This is hopeless.
Just bop him right on the head. Yes. Damn, I missed and I got the other one. That's pretty crazy. Who the fuck? Rex is all fucked up. I wonder if Nero and Big Saul are in there.
I'm gonna make mincemeat out of you. I'm gonna clip your sorry ass.
Oh yeah? You think that's what's gonna happen? Got him.
I'm gonna clip your sorry ass. That's some shit right there.
I gained karma. Oh good, I gained karma.
Some shit right there.
Help!
I am helping. Oh, look, I leveled up. Alright, perfect. I think that might be everybody. I could be wrong, though. Yes.
Damn!
Damn. Alright. We'll go ahead, we'll reload.
Hey, no one but Omertas are allowed to carry guns into Gamora. Check your weapons with me.
Keep
You'll get these
keep
back
all
on the way.
0 of my holdout weapons. I thought if I had known that I wasn't gonna have any holdout weapons, if I had known that, I would have taken up the devilishly handsome gentleman with the red hair. I would have taken him up on his offer. But nah, we're gonna gamble a little bit here.
Welcome to Gamora. How can I help you?
How much NCR money? Oh, I don't have shit for NCR money. How much Legion? Oh. This is annoying because you'll sit here like... yes. I don't know, guys. I think I'm feeling a hot streak coming on. Yeah, you have to sit here, like,
Here's your chip.
just clicking. Like, just doing that forever. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. What should I play?
I tell you, not at home is gonna have his day.
Not at home? Who the hell's not at home? Oh, is that House? They're talking about House? I don't know if I should play Blackjack or if I should play Roulette. Alright, 1 for Blackjack, 2 for Roulette. I'll give it a few minutes. A few seconds. What's going on?
I tell you, not at home is gonna have his day.
Not at home. Damn, this... It's glitching hard. It's, lagging hard. Oh, shit. One was Blackjack, right? I forget. 1 was Blackjack, I believe. What's going on, Rubber Johnny? How's it going? Alright, we got... We got 30 more seconds till we pick the winner. Though I'm gonna be honest with you, I forget whether one was blackjack or roulette. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a gambler, right? I've played blackjack once or twice, not for cash, you know, or anything like that. Because blackjack is like 21, right? I forget, honestly. Oh, one was blackjack. Okay, and everybody's saying one, so we'll go ahead. We'll play. Damn, I can only do 200. Okay. Give me that. Alright, so 12. 12, 5. Hit me, bitch. Damn, 19, 20, 21. Wait, 19, 20. Yeah, oh shit. Alright. Deal. Alright. Alright, Jack. 7, that's 13. No, that's 11. What am I talking about? What the hell's wrong with me? Alright, hit. Wait, no, I won. Oh. It's moving too fast. I'm not good with math. So like I have to sit here and like process. I'm like so I won again though. Sean Strickland definitely hears voices. Hope so. I hope he does. I hope he does. Alright. Ace 8. Shit. Aces are 11s, right? I forget. Is ace 11 or 1? I forget. Oh shit, okay. Dude, I am taking them to the cleaners right now. They're gonna kick me out. 17. Damn. Fuck you. Alright. We cashing out. Alright. We'll play some roulette. Damn, you can only bet 200 at a time? Oh, no, you can bet more than 200 at a time, but... Oh, no, you literally can't. Okay, whatever. Alright. 200 on red. Nice. Thank God Sean Strickland is champion now. Yeah, Oh, yeah, that is a good point, cash on hand. What was I gonna say? Yeah, you know, in fact, you know what? I will go back to,
This is good.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you shit. Anyway. Bet max. And... Alright. Anyway, yeah, like, I think it's better now that Sean Strickland is a champ for more than one reason. You know, for one thing, Izzy was cringe. You know, the shit talk, like, it's good to hype fights and things like that, but the way that he would hype fights, the whole anime nerd thing is, like, fucking stupid, you know? He doesn't realize that people don't actually like weebs like that, you know? We just tolerate them. We just kind of put up with them for the most part, you know? You watch anime, that's all good. I got nothing against that, but, like, you know, talking about, like, the weebs with their, fucking, what are they called? Like, Dakimuras or some shit like that? Their body pillows, you know? Nobody actually likes those people. Nobody actually likes the kid who, you know, fucking some kid's picking on him in math class, so he starts trying to power up. He starts doing the Super Saiyan thing. He's like, ah! Like in the middle of class. Nobody likes that kid. They think he's weird, you know? You're not making that cool. You're making yourself lame when you're sitting there doing the, like, fucking Naruto hand movement shit, you know? Sitting there in the octagon doing that shit. Like, it's so fucking stupid, you know? Damn, nice. Alright. But yeah, what I was saying before I started getting too into gambling here, you guys are witnessing the beginning of my gambling addiction, right? I'm gonna be going to real life casinos in a little while. That shit fucking sucks, you know. I don't I don't hate Israel Adesanya. He's extremely talented, right? What you could say about him is that he's been a relatively boring champion, right? Even if he has been dominant, he hasn't been dominant in an exciting way. All right. And then in addition to that, he's just fucking cringe and kind of unlikable. Not the most unlikable, right? I think Usman was worse. I think Aljo was there were unlikable elements to him. When Aljo was just being a normal guy, he was really cool and I liked him. When he was trying to embrace the cringe like he was Henry Cejudo, that's when I was like, wow, this fucking sucks. You suck. You know? Izzy, though, he just... it's a constant thing with him. A fucking constant thing with him. And it's just like, yo, like, get out of here, bro. Anyway, yeah, I can't increase the bet. I figured I'd see what would happen. Alright. Damn. Deal. I just want to be rich, bro. Is that too much to ask? We're witnessing Net Jeptune's ascension into gambling addiction. Exactly. This is gonna be a gambling stream from now on. I should get paid by Kick. Damn. I don't even know what's going on in front of me right now. If I'm being
I hope they get some new shows. Hey, look who has the hot hands. Here, have something special on the house.
Oh man.
I think there is something wrong with that dog.
I thought he was gonna oh no, I'm good. I'm all good. They're gonna kick me out though. I don't know if I necessarily want to get kicked out yet because I forget if I get kicked out, are they gonna turn me around and walk me out if I come back in, or will I be able to do the I would assume that I'm gonna be able to do the whatever it's called, the Gamora quest lines. I would assume I could, right? We'll go ahead, we'll do a little bit more gambling, and then I do want to make sure I do want to make sure that I can you know, get you know, quests and stuff done, right? Deal or no deal. Damn. That sucks. This isn't fun anymore. No, I'm kidding. Nah, you're good to hang around, just not gamble. Ah, okay. Alright, so we're good then. Nice. Izzy has an identity crisis going on. He really does, you know? And I think it all stems from him wanting to be, you know, he's doing the right thing. He's just doing it the wrong way. He's trying to give himself a personality, right? And he wants that personality to be something that not only sticks out, but it gets eyes on him. But the thing is, not everybody can do the bad guy persona, right? Chael Sonnen got it. Conor McGregor got it to the point where I think it kind of started taking over a lot. I won't even say a little bit. Etc., right? Like, there's been a few guys who over the years have really been able to get away with that bad guy persona. Izzy is not really able to do the bad guy persona because he doesn't do the Donald Trump thing, right? Donald Trump is the kind of guy who he's like, yeah, I'm better than you and I know it. That's the best Trump impression I can do, you know? Donald Trump, he's one of those guys who his aura says, I'm better than you and I know it, you know? Conor McGregor, his aura says, I'm better than you and I know it. Chael Sonnen, his aura, I'm better than you and I know it, right? That's one thing, right? People either A, they find that to be funny, or B, they're like, oh, I want to see this guy lose. And because of that, they'll watch it, right? Izzy has the aura of that kid who is really annoying, and he revels in his annoyingness, if that makes sense. Like, have you ever seen a kid who, like, he purposefully tells jokes that are, like, bad because he knows, like, you're gonna be like, that fucking sucked. You suck, bro. And he's then gonna turn around and be like, yeah, I know. I'm trying to get on your nerves. Right? That's Izzy when it comes down to it. And because of that, he's just not a likable guy. And like you said, has an identity crisis that is, like, insane to see. And that's why he's painting his nails. That's why he was Mr. China for a while. That's why that's why he's a anime guy, anime Naruto fucking clap my hands weird guy, right? That's why he is the way he is, because he's sitting there as a 30-something-year-old man, and he's sitting there and he's like, what are the kids into? Well, the kids are into this gender bending shit, so I guess I'll paint my nails for a press conference, and then that'll make me look cool to the kids, right? But also I'll talk mad shit and I'll be the bad guy. But also I'll watch, like, anime, and I'll do fucking weeb shit in my fucking fights. It's like, it's just weird to see, All right, double down. Hit me, you bitch. Yeah, that's what I thought. Give me that. Gives me that. Oh, what am I doing? I already bet the max. Yeah, that was literally 21, wasn't it? Yeah, Strickland really got into Izzy's head. I don't even think he necessarily got into Izzy's head. I think, unless you mean during the fight, yeah, like, I think he kind of got into Izzy's head a little bit, I think what it is that, like, Izzy he's not used to dudes who are willing to walk forward on him. Most people don't want to walk forward on Izzy because they tend to walk into things, right? But it's also because Izzy, again, is very good at making you over-pursue. He's good at making you bite on feints in ways that are not good for you, and he's good at making you extend. He's good at making you overextend on punches and other things like that, right? And because of that, it's really hard to deal with him if you're sitting there thinking you're gonna win the long game with him, right? If you think you're gonna go jab for jab with him, it's gonna be kind of difficult for you, right? But if you're just gonna walk in and you're gonna defend every feint that he throws as though there is, like, some kind of intention behind it, if you're not gonna get lazy, and if you're not gonna overextend, if you're gonna keep everything nice and tight, or not tight, but compact, right? And you're gonna get in your range, and you're not gonna let him run away from you. You're gonna stick him against the cage and not just let him walk out, right? You're gonna have a much easier time with him, And it's like I said, the same thing is true of Sean Strickland. These Taekwondo guys, they tend to fight the same. They fight very similar, that is. And what they need is a lot of space, And that's why Sean was able to win, And maybe that got into Izzy's head after a while. One thing he said that I meant to mention is in between the 4th and the 5th round, he mentioned that he could not find his jab. And right when I heard that, I was like, oh yeah, this 5th round is Sean's and he's going to win. I knew that it was in the bag at that point. And I know you're probably sitting there like, yeah, I mean, the judges had it 3-1 at that point. 3 rounds to 1 at that point. Of course you thought that, right? But no, I was afraid the entire time. And I won't lie, I was still a little bit afraid, right? But I was afraid the entire time that there was going to be some weird shit that Izzy did out of the fucking blue, right? That just completely caught Sean off guard and ended up laying him out, right? I was afraid of that. But in between the 4th and the 5th round, when Izzy literally said to his corner man, I cannot find my jab, I was like, okay, so that's it. Because if Izzy cannot find his jab, he cannot do anything. That is his entire fighting style, and that's why I was saying that he is one-dimensional when it comes down to it. I'm not saying that he's one-dimensional because, like, oh, he's only... Like, Sean is almost kind of one-dimensional, the way that he fought yesterday, right? But he made it work to his advantage, right? Being one-dimensional is not the worst thing in the world, but Izzy is one-dimensional insofar as once you take away his base, which is his jab, he doesn't have shit. He doesn't have anything once you take that away. Once you take that away, he's just like everybody else, right? And, you know, it's always easy to say this stuff after the fact, right? I know somebody out there, at least one of the 18 of you that are watching me right now, you're probably sitting there thinking, oh, hey, like, yeah, it's really easy to say this, you know? I bet you think Holly Holm was destined to beat Ronda Rousey as well, which she was, and I knew that in 2014 when I saw one of her fights on a regional promotion. I knew, this girl's going to beat Ronda Rousey, right? And I knew how she was going to do it, right? But, that said, like, these are things that if you know the game, right? You don't even have to know Izzy that well. Although you need to know him a little bit for what I'm saying right now, obviously, right? But if you know the game, right? If you know your way around a fight, and if you know your way around different styles of fighter and shit like that, you kind of start to understand things. And that's the thing. When I make a lot of these predictions that I make, which I don't make many predictions in the first place, but when I do talk about these things, a lot of the time, I'm not speaking from the standpoint of somebody who's been paying close attention to whatever fighters I'm talking about. It's more that I understand on a foundational level the way that they work, what they like to do, and what the limitations of what they like to do are. And because of that, I'm able to sit here and confidently be like, oh yeah, this guy is going to have a problem with that guy. This guy is going to have problems with that guy because that guy is this guy's kryptonite, etc., right? And sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes, because MMA math is not perfect. MMA math is wrong most of the time, I'll be honest with you, right? Right? You know, it's wrong in one form or another, but, you know, what I'm saying is not just me being like, I like Izzy. I'm Nigerian, so I think Izzy is gonna beat literally everybody all the time. Right? That's not what it is. It's because I know the way that Izzy fights. I know the way that... I didn't know the way Sean Strickland fought, right? But I know the way Izzy fights. And I know that if you're gonna beat him, you can't play his game. And 90% of the ways that you can play the game are going to be beneficial to him. Right? If that makes sense. But anyway. Alright, let's deal. We got a casino to get kicked out of. Double down. Cheers from Nigeria. Thank you, JC. Same. I thought it would be like Silva versus Sun in one. I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit afraid myself, right? Because that's the thing, is that that is the thing about Izzy, is that he is dangerous, right? He's a boring point fighter as of late, but the dude that was starching people in kickboxing and early days in his, early in his career in MMA, the dude that was starching people back then is still in there. It's just, he's got to change it up a little bit, right? If anything, instead of comparing it to Silva versus Sun in one, I think we should really be comparing it, and I know you didn't exactly do that, right? I know you were just saying you were afraid it would end up like that, right? And I was too, but what I mean is, what you could compare it to is Ronda Rousey's career, where Ronda Rousey, she was around in the early days of women's MMA, back when people weren't that good, and if I'm being honest with you, women's MMA, they're still not that good, right? They're better, but they're still not that good, if we're just being honest here, right? Now, with that said, though, she was dominating with a strategy that worked very well for her that a lot of people were not equipped to try and deal with. You had I think it was Kat Zingano, who, instead of trying to keep away from the judoka, who was just going to throw her, and then pull an armbar, she thought it would be a good idea to run straight at her and throw a flying knee to try and get a quick knockout. I don't know what that was. Maybe it was nerves or something like that. Ronda Rousey was dangerous as hell until people figured out, oh, hey, why don't I just not allow her into the range that she needs to be in? She has literally nothing else after that. And sure enough, and again, that's how I knew that, what's-her-face, that Holly Holm would be the one to beat her, because the way Holly Holm fights, she's a point fighter in and of herself, right? But she's very in and out, right? She's very in, jab two, out, right? She's very in, jab, out, right? That's the way that she fights. She gets in, she throws whatever she's thrown, and then she gets the hell out of dodge. And that was going to be very hard for Ronda to deal with. And as I said, that's why back in 2014, when I saw a video of Holly Holm fighting on the regional scene, I was like, she's going to be the one. Because, what's-her-face? I almost said Holly. Ronda was going to need to be able to get hands on Holly to be able to beat her. But when you have punches coming in, you have to defend the punches, right? And then after you defend the punches, when you're trying to reach out and grab her, but she's already all the way back to where she started, right? Now, the way you can compare this to Izzy is that Ronda, instead of learning from the loss and changing the way that she does things, she just decided that she would basically take the same approach, but this time she'd try to box, I guess, but her boxing wasn't that good, right? Instead of just learning to shoot in for takedowns, mind you, right? She could have easily just learned to drop a level and shoot in for double legs, single legs, etc., etc., but she didn't want to fucking do that for some weird reason. And because of that, she came back and she got trounced by, what's-her-face? Amanda Nunes. Fucking... Anyway, I could beat Holm and Rousey together. You could. I believe in you. Meta is actually Riot Shotgun with the and Stay Back perk. None of the casino dealers know what to do about it. That's interesting. I might have to check that out. Anyway, like I said, we got a casino to get kicked out of. I gotta, you know, we gotta do this. We gotta do this thing. Damn. Damn. Alright. It's free money. Damn. It's not fun anymore, guys. I don't want to do this anymore. When you're bamboozling, it's great. When you're getting bamboozled, you don't want to fuck with it. $10 luck is so OP. It really is. I typically don't care that much for luck because it's a passive skill, and I like active skills, meaning skills that or not skills, but perks. All right, are we getting kicked out? What's going on? Somebody...
Looks like someone is on a roll. Luck be a lady tonight. Here's a little something from the family.
You got yellow eyes, you fucking creep. Thanks for the mentats. And the jet. You trying to get me fucking...
Lay the tables, test your luck.
Yeah, shut up, bitch. Deal. Damn. I forget how many chips you have to win before they kick you out. He's got liver disease. He probably does. The dealers can't handle the luck of the Irish. No, sir, they cannot. Net Jeptune is a traditional Irish name. Damn. My luck's turning around now. Yeah, that's right. Give me that fucking cash, bitch. Bro. Damn, bro. I keep breaking even and losing chips. I'm not liking this now. I'm legit not liking this now. I'm like, oh shit, is the game about to fuck me up? Is the game about to fuck me up right now? Damn, bro. Damn, alright. We're gonna do it like 2 more times, and if it doesn't work out... Alright, okay, alright, there we go. We broke the slump. Bro, it's happening. It's happening, dude. Oh, man, I'm hitting rock bottom. I'm gonna fucking sell my house. Oh, no. Damn, bro. I was spoiled by the amount of wins that I was getting. Now I'm stuck in the 4,000 earnings range, and I'm just like, oh, dude. Alright, there we go. I don't know, bro. I'm starting to get a big head about this. I think I should probably try the real thing. I'm gonna buy into like a $10,000 game of poker, and I'm gonna see if I can win $1 million or whatever. Damn. I cannot escape the 4,000 earnings range. All right, there we go. We're in the 5,000 range now. Damn, bro. Bet your house and car I will. You keep doubling down on 20. All right, am I? Hey, I did it. Like I said, I don't know what I'm looking at, bro. I have no idea what I'm looking at. Damn. Alright, there we go. There we go, kid. Hope you're winning big, Joey Perp says. Yeah, I'm winning big, alright. I'm also losing big right now. Alright, I should probably legitimately, like, try and pay attention, though. Because it is 21, right? Like, I have to hit 21. That's how it works, right? Again, like, I know 21 is a game. I forget if Blackjack is one of those games or not, you know? If you go over 21, you lose. Ah, okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. So, now I know. Hit me. Bitch. Hit me. Alright, we're gonna stay. Hey, there we go. Just have to have more than the house, but not over 21. Okay, I got it. Alright, we'll double down on that. I'm actually learning how to play blackjack now.
You keep on spending money in here, you gotta give us a chance to win something back. Here's something nice for you.
He gave me fucking combat armor. Wait, what? Okay, deal. What do I got on right now, though? Leather armor reinforced. You know what? Alright, we're doing combat armor now, because the damage threshold is better. Even though it's medium. I prefer light armor. Especially what I'm about to do to this guy. Anyway. That max, deal. Damn. I would assume probably around 10,000 chips is when I'll end up getting kicked out. And we're well over halfway there, so... Joey Perp says probably has a tear in it or something. Yeah, it probably does. It's probably made of plastic. Oh yeah, double down on that. Damn. KFC double down. Nah, I'll stay. That's 21 right there, I thought. I keep forgetting what the royalty cards are. I'ma stay. Damn, broke even, okay. I'll stay there too. There we go. Alright. Oh yeah. Has a contaminated needle in the padding, dude. That's something I feel like the Omertas would do. That's a very Omerta thing. I think it's near 8,000 or something shit when they kick you out. Yeah, all right. Well, we're just about there. Let's go ahead. You know, I learned an interesting thing about casinos. I'm pretty sure it's true, but I could be wrong. I guess casinos don't have any legal obligation to pay you. So what can happen is, like, if you won like $1 trillion at a casino, technically they would have the ability to be like, actually, we want to run an investigation about this. It looked a little bit weird for us. And then they could just keep you in limbo forever. And I would assume you could sue them and get the money, right? I would assume. But, like, that would be, like, insane. You know? Fucking. That. Actually, I don't know. Don't take my word for that. I forget exactly where I heard that. But I did hear it. I do believe it was somebody who worked for casinos at one point. They ended up telling me that. Alright, deal. Oh, alright. Hit me. Damn. I'll stay there. They can give you a really hard time with paperwork and stiff you out of the money if you don't have the right documents. Gotta come prepared. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because, like, that's the thing is, and, you know, this is why I don't go to casinos. This is why I'm not interested in bars, clubs, casinos, anything like that, right? And I'm not, like, don't get me wrong. If any of you guys like to go to the bar or the club, or you've been to a casino, like, hey, that's you, man. Go ahead, do you, right? But, when it comes down to it, like, a red flag, right, for me is if somebody likes to spend time at bars, clubs, and casinos. Because for one thing, I've met a lot of people who like to go to bars, and I've even dated people who like to hang out at bars that are just fucked up people. And because of that, I'm not, because of that, like, seeing as how those people were all bad people, it kind of put a sour taste in my mouth. But also, why would you want to go somewhere that the people hate you, right? Bars don't like you. The people at bars don't like you, right? You go to a bar, the bouncer's sitting there, like, looking at you like that all night. He's just waiting for an excuse to beat the shit out of you. The bartender doesn't give a fuck about you, right? He just wants you to order drinks and tip them big, right? Waitresses, same thing. And I mean, you could say this about tons of different places and stuff like that, but the thing is, a restaurant, for instance, a restaurant doesn't have a guy who's paid to rough me up if I am a little bit annoying, right? And look, I understand sometimes it's necessary. You know, there's a guy, he's just being too fucking rowdy and things like that. But if you look at bouncers are just like, a lot of the time they're just like pieces of shit who enjoy hurting people, and this is just their excuse to hurt people. You know, they get to hang around, and they get to be white knights. They get to do the "is this guy bothering you" thing, right, with all these girls and shit like that. And it's just like, it's disgusting, you know? I wouldn't want to go somewhere where I have to show my ID to somebody who doesn't like me, right? Who inherently is just like, give me a reason, bro. Give me a reason. As if I couldn't, like, twist his head off and shove it straight up his ass, right? Fucking, I don't like places like that, right? I don't like casinos because they're sitting there and you're giving them your money. Same thing with bars, right? And they're just looking at you as though you are a druggie, as though you're a junkie who can't be trusted, you know? I don't want to go to places where when I give them my money, they give me contempt in return, right? And if somebody does, if somebody is the type of person who's like, yeah, let's go to the casino, I'm like, all right, you and I are not going to be friends. You and I are not going to be friends because you're going to keep trying to get me to go to the casino, and I'm going to end up fighting one of the security guys. You know? Fucking, it's just ridiculous, you know? Yeah, I'll stay. Oh, we're 300 away. Bouncers take the job as extracurricular sparring. Yeah, and what's crazy is, like, you have bouncers that hold grudges. Like, I brought pepper spray to a bar once, right? And there was cops outside of the bar, and they saw that I had pepper spray on me, right? Now, at first they thought it was a gun, which I don't even believe that, right? They stopped me when, basically, here's the story, right? I go to a bar in the city, and I have a backpack with me, right? And I'm meeting some buddies of mine. And I go to the bar. The guy checks my backpack. I had the pepper spray on the side, right? I had it in my belt, right? The cops notice the bulge from the pepper spray, which I was not trying to hide. I just didn't fucking think that it was a big deal, right? Which it's not. It's fucking pepper spray, right? I end up going in. Everything's all good. I sit down, right? But here's the thing. We got a call from my buddy who was outside of the fucking bar, and they wouldn't let him in because he had boots on. Apparently this bar has a dress code, I guess. I don't know. It's not some nightclub type bar. It's just a fucking Boston bar. That's it. You know? They wouldn't let him in because he had boots on. So I go outside just to kind of get face to face with him and be like, hey, like, you know, is everything all good? You want to go somewhere else? You know, we can figure something out, right? And he's like, yeah, I mean, you know, if you guys are all right with going somewhere else, we could just do that. So I try to go back into the bar just to get everybody else and be like, hey, we're going to go somewhere else. The dude won't fucking let me in. And I'm like, why? What's up? He's like, you can't go in. I'm sorry. And I'm like, why? What's up? And he's like, you know, the cops told me not to let you back in because you had something on the side of your waist, and they said it wasn't a good idea for me to let you back in. And I was just like, I was nice about it. I was like, really? All right, I guess you're just doing your job, man. All right, it's cool, whatever. You know, it's all good, I guess, right? So I fucking grab my friends, I walk out, we stand there for a little while, you know, and then we make our merry way somewhere else, right? Before that ended up happening, though, the cops came over, and they come over and they're like, do you have a concealed carry permit on you? And I was like, why? You don't need that for pepper spray. And they're like, pepper spray? I was like, yeah, I got pepper spray on me. And I lifted up my shirt and I showed them. And they did the cop thing, right? They sat there, and instead of just being like, oh, man, we really thought it was a gun, man. Sorry about that. You have a good night. Instead of doing that, they had to sit there like, well, why are you carrying the pepper spray on you? They had to keep, you know, the investigation going, right? And I basically was just like, cuz I want to. All right, I'm going to get out of here. You know, that's basically what I did. And they had nothing to stop me for. I was not being detained. And I'm not saying you should handle it that way, right? You should not handle things that way. I'm just telling you something that happened with me one time, right? This is not me telling you how to handle the cops or anything like that. But like, fucking, anyway, yeah, this story took on a life of its own. I end up going back literally like a year later. Like, it was probably the same month a year later. And it's the same fucking guy. And I had a backpack on me again, as I usually do when I go into the city, you know? And the dude's checking my backpack, and this fucking guy is like, you got pepper spray on you this time? And like, I was cool about it. Because why am I going to be an asshole about it? But also, you remembered me as the pepper spray guy a year later, and you're giving me shit about it? I was causing zero trouble. The cops were being punk bitches, and you were being their punk bitch, you know? And you're going to sit here and you're going to ask me in a disrespectful tone if I got pepper spray on me again? If I did, do you want to get hit by the pepper spray? Are you trying to create a fight? Because the way you're talking to me implies that you want to fight me. You know, and again, like, I'm not a psycho. I'm not someone who is, like, looking for problems and things like that. So I was just like, no. You know, that's basically how I responded. And I just let it go. But in truth, like, I wanted to be like, yo, are you, like, I was nice enough to come back here and patronize this place, all right? Are you trying to cause a scene? Are you trying to start a fight? Is that what you're trying to do? Why are you asking me that? And why are you asking me that in that tone, you fucking weirdo? Like, get out of my way. I'm going in the bar. I'm not even drinking. I don't drink like that, dude. I don't drink around strangers. I'm going in and I'm getting a fucking sandwich. Now get the fuck out of my way. Like, that's what I wanted to say. But naturally, I'm not just going to do that because what's the point, you know? I fight the bouncer. I probably beat his ass because bouncers don't typically do martial arts. They typically don't, right? Typically, they're just dudes that are like, yeah, I'm tough, cuz, you know? Maybe they're big dudes who can yoke you up quick, right? But this dude was no bigger than I was, you know? Fucking, it was just ridiculous, you know? But, like, I don't like bars, I don't like clubs, I don't like casinos, and it's all because fucking, you know, it's all because fucking, like, you go to them and you give them your money just for them to be like, what are you drinking? Hey, you're not allowed to do that. Grr. You know? Oh, excuse me. Jeez. Anyway, speaking of which, we got a casino to get kicked out of. Hey. Alright, let's see. Uh-oh. Alright, let's see here. Deal. Am I being detained? I've had to do that before, but the thing is, and again, this is not legal advice. I am not giving you legal advice, but from what I have been told by law professors, right, that I know a law professor, right? So not law professors, but a law professor. It's better for you to say, "Am I free to go?" than it is for you to say, "Am I being detained?" Right? It's, you know, am I being detained has been kind of sullied by people who think that they know the law, right? And also people who, like, are just combative. So it's better for you to be like, am I free to go? Am I free to go? Right? And naturally, they're not going to want to answer the question. They're gonna try and ignore you, and you're gonna have to ask it 5 times. This is why I have issues with cops. Is because their fighting sucks, which I'm actually gonna do a video on that. Like their combatives suck, and also the way that they are trained to handle people, especially regarding the law, it's just like, it's lousy, if I'm being honest with you, you know? I shouldn't have to ask, am I free to go? 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 I shouldn't have to do that over and over again to get you to be like, yes, you are. I shouldn't have to be like, am I being detained? Am I being detained? Am I being detained? But that's what they do, is you ask, am I being detained? And they're like, so yeah, where were you on the night of the 20th? Sir, am I being detained? So on the 20th, you weren't here, were you? Were you here at the night on the 20th? Sir, am I being detained? Am I being detained, sir? So on the night of the 20th, were you here or there? Like, that's how it ends up going. And it's something that irks me, you know? It's ridiculous. Police are very inconsistent. Police are very consistent in the way that they will ignore the Constitution momentarily in order to try and get you to self-incriminate, right? Either that, or if they can't get you to self-incriminate, then they'll try and ruin your day by doing something that then gives them probable cause to, say, search you or to do something else, you know? I posted something, and I try to avoid talking about topics like this because, you know, like, you never know where you're going to end up, you know? But I try to avoid speaking on topics like this, but, like, recently there was a guy who posted something, right? It was on Twitter, or X, excuse me, and he ended up saying, like, this is how you deal with cops. And the video was of a guy who was like, fuck you, stay the fuck over there, I don't want to fucking talk to you, like, just immediately belligerent, right? And it's like, yo, you're gonna get someone killed sharing that around, saying this is how you deal with cops, right? Because those cops in that video, I'll see if I can find it and I'll retweet it. Those cops in that video, they were being very, very permissive compared to the way that they usually would be in a situation like that. And I think part of it is because the guy was filming. But even then, I don't think the filming is really going to do much in most cases, you know? I think those cops were just, like, soy boys, if I'm being honest with you. Like, you saw them in the video, and you just know that, like, one of them has a vasectomy. And then there's this, like, overweight chick, you know, who probably became a cop because she's like, I want to feel powerful, you know? If you get if you get one of the cops that was like a linebacker back in high school, and he became a cop because he went to college and he thought he was going to play D1 football, but he turned out he was only good enough to play D3 club sports, you know? Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just when you're sitting there shooting for D1, D3 is like, oh shit, I suck, you know, in many cases, right? Specifically for football. You know, it's something different when you're like, it's whatever, I enjoyed football, but I'm not trying to be Mr. NFL, right? Because that's what a lot of the time it is with these people, is they become cops after they realize that just because they were the best linebacker in their town, it doesn't mean they're the best linebacker in their region. You know, it doesn't mean that they're good enough to compete with the guys that actually are the best. You know, that's what I mean to say by that. I'm not trying to put down people who play D3 college sports. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But I'm trying to put down the mindset of, I'm going to be a D1 football player. Fuck, never mind. What am I going to do with my life? I guess I'll be a cop. I can tackle people that way, right? But I was saying, if you get one of those cops who, like, he thought he was going to play in the NFL, but turns out he's not, and now he's got a chip on his shoulder, and he wanted to do a job where he wasn't going to have to worry that much about, like, a bunch of different, like, aspects that the average person has to worry about, and he gets to tackle people and things like that. They're going to sit there and they're going to absolutely positively try their best to rile you up to the point where you go like, I'll kick your ass. And then as soon as you say something like that, that's when the nightsticks and the pepper spray and the taser comes out. That's when they're calling for backup and the whole fucking force is there to fucking, to fuck you up and then throw you in the back of the car. And even if you get let off with like community service, or if the charges get dropped, you still had your fucking personal space violated. At best, it was just your personal space that was violated. At best, fucking chances are you probably got the shit kicked out of you too. You know, you had to go to jail, get bailed out, and then get ready for a fucking trial. You know, like that's one of my issues on a philosophical level with the way that a lot of police officers operate. And I'm not saying it's all of them, right? But there's enough of those guys out there as to where everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody knows what I'm talking about, you know? Everybody has dealt with that at least once in their life. I've dealt with it a couple of times. And the story I told about the pepper spray in Boston, which is completely and totally legal, there is not a single reason for them to even look twice at me for it, right? You know, that's just one example of, like, I was doing nothing wrong, but the police just decided they wanted to brighten up their day a little bit by inconveniencing somebody, by accosting somebody illegally, you know? You can beat the rap, but you can't beat the ride. That's a great way to put it. Yeah. A cop harassed me just for walking to a car. Yeah, cops, a lot of the time, they have bad fucking attitudes, you know? And that, again, that's one of my issues with them, is that they, instead of just being like, sir, you know, I kind of need you to move. Is it okay if you just move real quick? They have to be like, sir, move. You, move. Right? They come at you with that intensity. They come at you with that disrespect immediately, every single fucking time, you know? There is no, like, hey, man, like, you know, I'm the law around here. I don't want to be a dickhead. I'm just trying to get my job done. I need you to move your car. Could you just move your car somewhere else, please? Instead of being that way, which is a million times nicer and a lot cooler, and it commands respect in its own way, right? You got to be like, you move your car. You got to move your car. You got to keep going, right? And it creates problems Because there's people out there, and I used to be one of these people. I was one of those dudes who would be like, fuck you. Right? Because I knew where the line was. You know, and because of that, I could talk shit to cops, and they really wouldn't be able to do anything. Right? And, like, this is a different time, right? I was a punk teenager at this time, right? But, like, what was I going to say? They come at you with that attitude, and then when it reflects back on them, when you're like, yo, don't fucking talk to me like that, dude. All of a sudden, they're like, have you been drinking? You got drugs in the car? Huh? And it's like, yo, shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here, you know? My favorite one is like, you know, when they're coming at you all rude, and you're like, bro, fuck you. They sit there and they're like, all of a sudden it becomes an investigation, you know? They sit there and they're like, are you okay? You okay? Just making sure you're okay. I'm just making sure you're okay. Right? That's what it is. When in reality, what they're doing is they're trying to intimidate you, you know? I'm of the belief that if a cop is rude to you, that is like an infraction and they should like not be cops. I'll be honest with you. Like, being a police officer is one of those things where you have to be better than the average person. Right? You're not allowed to be rude. You're not allowed to be angry about things. It's one thing, you know, you know, in the heat of the moment, you gotta tell, right? You gotta fucking tell, right? But the way they describe it in the police academy is ask, tell, make. That's literally the way it's supposed to be. It's not, hey, move your car immediately. It's, hey, could you move your car? Oh, you don't want to? Well, I need you to move your car. You have to move your car. I was trying to be nice about it, but you have to move your car now. Oh, you're not going to move your car? All right. You're under arrest. That's the way it's supposed to be. But they skip the ask. They go straight to the tell, and then when you're like, damn, bro, show me a little fucking respect, dickhead. When they do that, you know, all of a sudden it's like, oh, are you okay? You know, you're getting really frustrated right now. You're getting really upset, you know? And it's like, shut the fuck up. I try to be careful, right? Yeah, I was playing blackjack. I'm about to get back to it now, but I try to be careful when I talk about this stuff. But if I ever get the opportunity to do like a video on like from start to finish my thoughts on cops and authority in general, I'll do it, and I'll be able to explain it in a way that's going to make a lot more sense than I even am making right now, you know? It's tough for me to start in the middle of it, right? You know, it's tough for me to start in the middle of it. But basically, to sum it up, police officers are a representation of the state. They are a physical manifestation of the state. When a police officer puts on a uniform, he is no longer a human. He is the state incarnate. And because of this, he should not be allowed to be rude. He should not be allowed to stop somebody and keep them for any longer than that person is willing to stay, unless there is legitimate evidence of a crime that is or has been committed, right? So when I sit here and I'm like, am I free to go? You can't sit there and completely ignore the question and not answer it. You have to say, yes, you are free to go. And then I can walk away, and there is no bullshit. You cannot follow me. You cannot stop me from walking away. You cannot sit there and be like, I'm not done. I'm going to say, I'm not done asking you questions yet. You know? That's literally what a cop said to me once. I was like, are we free to go? Are we free to go? It was me and a buddy of mine. I was like, are we free to go? Are we free to go? My buddy sees what I'm doing, and he's like, are we being detained? Are we being detained? So I'm sitting here like, are we free to go? He's like, are we being detained? And the cop is like, after he's been asked like 5 times, he's like, I'm going to say I'm not done asking you questions, which is not a yes, it's not a no, but it's basically a no. But he also didn't have the legal right to say no, but he wanted us to stay. That's literally what that is. And when we tried to go, he told his fucking boy, right, his fucking partner, to stop us. You know, of course, punk-ass cop steps in front of us, and if we end up walking straight through him, which we should have had the legal right to do, right? If we do that, fucking, then all of a sudden we're in cuffs for fucking assaulting a cop. You know, it's like what First Among Synthers says. You can beat the rap, but you can't beat the ride. And that's exactly what I'm fucking talking about. But anyway. Hey, there we go. They need to spend more time catching those kinds of people and less time harassing people trying to have a good night out. Yes, exactly. 100%, you know? Fucking... It's like Sam said, Officer Fiddlegums. You know, these guys, they don't, like... Unless they get to play SWAT, they're not interested in upholding the law. Unless they get to break out the ARs and the armored cars and whatever and shit like that, they're not interested in doing the right thing. You know? They legit just are not. Fucking, I've seen it happen so many fucking times, you know? Yeah, double down. Damn, I think I might, nah. Oh, okay, cool. I like to imagine you're saying all this to the dealer and he's just nodding his head in agreement. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. I just go on a libertarian rant for 20 minutes. A 20-minute libertarian rant in the middle of this casino that has a Sodom and Gomorrah theme. Scott, but the stuff you're describing only happens to law-abiding African Americans. I know, and that's why I'm a supporter of BLM. Hey, there we go. They got those damn repainted armored vehicles from Afghanistan. Yeah. It's fucking crazy. And I am working on a cop video. I'm working on a video about cops, but it's not political in nature. I went on a political rant a second ago. I try to avoid political rants, all right? Because political rants in 2023 are useless and pointless, right? But with that said, I do have a video that I'm working on concerning police combatives. Police unarmed, police hand-to-hand tactics and techniques and things like that. That's going to be coming out within the next few weeks. I have one that if I can finish tonight, it's not going to be the police one, but I have another one that if I can finish tonight, it's going to be out tomorrow. If not, it'll either be out later this week or it'll be out next week. I don't know which one yet. I'm going to figure that out. And, yeah, I mean, it'll be nice. It'll be fun. It'll be a grand old time, you know? Oh, man. My wife texted me and I didn't get back to her because my phone wasn't on vibrate. But anyway, yeah, like, there's gonna be a video about that, you know, and I'm gonna be talking about it, and, you know, it'll be a good video in my opinion, right? It's a video, because here's the thing, I'm not anti-cop, right? The police have a very necessary job, right? It's not a dangerous job when compared to other things like being a taxi driver or even a pizza delivery boy. Like, if we're just being honest here, right? It's not. However, with that said, they do have a very necessary job that sometimes can be dangerous, right? And anytime I see a cop, I try to get him into jiu-jitsu, right? I try to get him into wrestling or jiu-jitsu. Or jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai, right? I think all cops should know how to fight, right? You know, but like if they continue on with the bullshit that they currently have, the bullshit that they currently are using in the police academies and things like that, there's going to be a bunch of different things that happen. For one thing, they're going to be in danger. For another thing, they're going to be putting people in danger. And there's going to be a lot more instances of alleged police brutality. So it's like, all right, look, like, if you guys listen to me, you'll solve a lot of issues. You know, I want to help the police at the end of the day, right? But the thing is, the police don't want to help themselves half the time. And the same kinds of attitudes that I just described, right? They also are very similar, you know, if you tell a cop, hey, I know how you could do your job better, right? Instead of being like, oh, yes, you're an unarmed combat specialist. Your whole MO is that you can take somebody down and control them without hurting them. Oh, I should listen to you. Instead of being that way, they're like, oh, yeah, well, why don't you just become a cop? Why don't you become a cop? And then you can see how hard it is. And it's like, yeah, I'm sure I'm sure I'm gonna be able to become a cop. I'm sure that's gonna happen. Yeah. The cops are gonna fucking sit there and they're going to hire me after I sit here and say that, yeah, I think I could do the job better. Yeah. They're gonna totally. That's what's gonna happen. And then they're gonna put me out on the beat. And then we're gonna keep score. We're gonna keep score about who's better at the job, me or you. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen, right? But really, they just don't like civilians who they look down on. Cops look down on civilians, you know. They don't like the idea of civilians who, one, could beat their asses, but two, civilians that like know, like, hey, you're not doing a good job and you need to change. You know, they don't like that. They don't like the idea of being forced to change and forced to do better, because that means they got to put in work.
Okay, that's that. For you. Go rob the tops. You're done here. Have some drinks, talk to some dancers, but you are done at my tables.
There we go. There we go. All right. Give me that money.
Welcome to Gomorrah. How can I help you?
Yeah, give me that fucking money, you bitch.
In what currency would you like your payout? Non-cap currencies will have fractions paid out in caps. Caps it is. Will there be anything else?
Give me that.
Have a good time.
Damn. I gave him 1,000. I got back over 10 grand. That's fantastic. All right. Damn, it's been a little under 2 hours. Wait, what? Huh? Why am I... Did I... Where'd the... Oh. Oh. Yeah, I forgot. Oh, man. You know, I don't even need to sell the fucking Legion shit anymore. I can just drop that. Alright, you know what we'll do? We'll go ahead and we'll make contact with the house, and then we'll call it quits. And then maybe we'll get started on the house thing.
Well, howdy, partner. Good to see
Later.
you again. Boss is waiting for you upstairs, so get a move on.
Put the police in an armbar. Dude, I train with cops, right? And, like, the cops that I've trained with almost every single time, in fact, I would even venture to say every time. I can't remember a negative experience I've had with one of the cops that I train with. Every cop that I've ever trained with has been such a cool dude, and they're humble, and they want to do their job better. And there is no... That's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that it is that way. They are like that. They are like that because, they are in jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai or both because they want to do their job better, because they are humble, because of all these other things. But you get a lot of these good old boy type cops, and I don't mean good old boy like Southerners. I mean like, again, like the I was the best linebacker in Hanover. I was the best linebacker in Hanover, kid. And I almost went to Boston College, but I tore my dick. My dick came clean off. They had to surgically reattach it, kid. That was my senior year. And the scouts said, "Nah, I can't go to BC anymore, kid." So I had to go to UMass instead. I had to go to fucking community college instead. And from there I was like, what am I gonna do with myself? So I became a cop. Like, those guys, the guys who were never gonna be, right? Those are the ones that it sucks being around them. And they would never do jiu-jitsu. They would never bother to try and learn how to do their job better, because they're not there to do the job better. They're there because they want to they are there because they just want a cushy job where they can get double time for doing traffic details, and they can they can make 6 figures for sitting in a car handing out tickets. And then, like, maybe a couple of times in their career they have to draw their firearm, but they don't actually have to shoot anybody. And nobody wants to shoot them, right? Because I mean, you get in a lot of fucking trouble for doing that, right? That's what it is for a lot of those people, and that's why a lot of these cops don't bother to actually learn how to fight unarmed. You know, it's fucking ridiculous. But anyway, thank you, Victor. Yeah, shut up. Oh, nah, you know. All right, you know what? I'll enter the Lucky 38, and then we'll go talk to House next week. And then that second save to make sure that there is no confusion here. All right. Okay. So, Schmetterl Bureau asked, did you see Izzy versus Strickland? I did. It was a really good fight. I really liked it. Oh, man. What's going on, Huckleberry? Oh, Huckleberry. It's Huckleberry, isn't it? Shit. All right. What's going on, man? How you doing? Joey Perp says, I think you'd win. Yeah, like, that's the thing, is when it comes down to it, I could beat the hell out of most cops, but why would I do that? It'd be, like, insane for me to do that. And the reason why is because, for one thing, why would I hurt anybody like that? Why would I just fight anybody like that? But for another thing, I would get into a lot of trouble. I would get into more trouble for pushing a cop than I would punching a regular person. And that tells you everything you need to know about how fucked up our system is, right? The state protects itself. And as I said, cops are a physical manifestation of the state. So they can't have you pushing a cop, right? They can't have you when a cop is absolutely trying to beat the shit out of you or like put hands on you or is not allowing you to leave an area or anything like that. They can't allow you to defend yourself. No. No way. You just have to take it. And then if you survive, hopefully you survive, right? But if you do, then maybe you get a payout. Possibly, potentially, maybe. You know, we'll see. Depends on how much people give a fuck, you know? Fucking. But like, you know, it at the end of the day, fucking, most cops can't fight. And that's a bad thing. That's an extremely bad thing. Cops should know how to fight. It should be a prerequisite. Jiu-jitsu should be a prerequisite to being a cop. Like, you should be compelled to do Brazilian Jiu-jitsu. To at least the blue belt level, but you should be more. You know, you should definitely be more. You should at least be a purple belt. Because now that I'm a brown belt, I'm realizing just how little a blue belt actually knows. To the point where, like, you could get some fucking beast of a dude who, like, you try and go for a Kimura on him or something like that. Not even to break his arm, just to try and control his arm, and it just doesn't fucking work. Those guys exist out there, you know? And you need to know what to do in that situation. And, like, it's insane, you know? The difference between a white and a blue belt is, like, fucking minuscule when it comes down to it, you know? So even saying, oh, cops should be made to get their blue belts, it's like, nah, I'd say nothing less than a purple belt, you know, and even then they should still be training, you know, because fucking if you keep up with your training, you're gonna end up, what are you gonna do? You're gonna end up getting your black belt eventually, you know, you're gonna keep getting better, you're gonna keep learning new shit, etc., right? But mainly what they should be keeping up with the training for is to make sure that, one, they don't get fat, right? And two, that they keep sharp. Because the thing is, like, a technique that you do really well, if you stop training that technique, you're not going to be able to do it as well, you know? And then when you need to call on that technique because you're in trouble, well then, you're taking a chance here, you know? Oh, man. But anyway, I'm probably going to head out. It's been almost 2 hours. I only wanted to do an hour today. Like basically stick to an hour, and that's it. But, you know, I did a little bit longer. So there's that. You know, I'm happy. I'm proud of myself here. All right? I stuck to it. All right? Thank you, everybody who showed up. I really appreciate it, you know. The next video will hopefully be out tomorrow if I can cram and finish it. If not, it'll probably be out closer to like Wednesday. I try to release videos on Mondays every week, but you know, sometimes it doesn't work out the way you want it to. Yeah, anyway. Peace out, everybody. Thank you. Hold on.